Hey guys, it's Melanie. Today we are going to do a worth the hype, worth the splurge on the brand new Lorac Pro 3. As soon as this was released to the Ulta Platinum Perks members, I jumped on this. So this is actually technically not for sale yet on the Ulta website. It was released to, like I said, the Ulta Platinum Perks members about a week ago. It actually came very quickly in the mail. I was really surprised. It is set to release online on June 12th and then in stores on June 26th. This does retail for $44, just like all the other Lorac Pro palettes. This is the box that you're going to get with it, and they are nice enough to provide a very generous sample size of the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I cannot remember if I'm allergic to this one. There are certain eye primers that just make my eyes water like crazy. I honestly can't remember if this is one of them, but we'll find out when I start using it. But that does come with this set. So I feel like value for your money here is absolutely fantastic to be able to get a high-end eye primer on top of an eyeshadow palette. I think that's a really good deal for $44. So this is, let's look at it. You do get one of these little guys here, by the way. Let me just take this off, one of these little protectors. I usually end up throwing these away. I don't think I have any of my other palettes. I don't think I kept these, so, and they're doing fine. So here is the palette, guys. You do get the mirror at the top here, and the layout is exactly the same as all the other Lorac Pro palettes. So you have your row of mattes and you have your row of shimmers. I have the Lorac Pro Original, the Lorac Pro 2. I also have the Lorac Pro Mega, the very first one that they put out. And I don't see a ton of overlap between this palette and those other three that I mentioned. I think there's enough of a difference even in some of these lighter shades to where even if you have those other palettes, it's worth seeking this one out. This is really beautifully curated, you guys. The only thing that I wish they would have done was leave out this black, this jet black at the end here. I wish that they would have used a like rich deep dark brown. The dark brown here is actually not quite as dark as I thought it would be. I really love to use like a really deep dark brown as a liner versus a black. So this is probably a shade I won't get a ton of use out of, but everything else here, I'm going to be using the heck out of this. I really love the selection that they put in here because there is something in here for everybody. There are warm shades, there are cool shades, there are darks, there are lighter shades. Like the amount of looks that you can do with this, I feel like is endless. I love that they put the names on the shadows on the actual packaging itself instead of on one of these slips. So I just think that the way these palettes are put together is absolutely fantastic. So I have done 3 different looks with this palette now, trying to decide what I want to do for my perfect neutral eye tutorial for this particular palette. And I think I found one that I really like. So I hope to have that video up for you guys next week at some point. Probably next Wednesday. So I'll definitely be doing a look with this coming up. I think you can get a very dramatic look out of this. I think you can also get a very natural neutral look. And I'm going to show you the natural neutral look because that is what I do every day and I really enjoy doing those videos. So let's go ahead and do some swatches. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of the mattes and then all of the shimmers. So, and I'll do it in 3s here. So these are really soft. If you are new to this Lorac Pro formula, it can look a little bit powdery when you're swatching them because you get a lot of product on your finger, but when you're applying them with a brush, you'll get some fallout, but they're very creamy, if that makes sense. So Blanc, Canvas, and Cool Taupe. Cool Taupe is, by the way, one of my favorites. So there's those guys there. Let me just, sorry about that, let me grab a tissue. So next is Pink Nude, Clay, and Terracotta. A lot of people are going to love this terracotta color. It's that like pukey baby food color that everybody seems to love. There's those guys there. Next, we have dark brown and jet black, which pretty basic here. That jet black is definitely very pigmented. Dark brown, jet black. So you can see there. Those are all of the mattes. Again, they apply beautifully with a brush, like absolute perfection. And that black is like, it stains. It's pretty darn pigmented. So let me get that off my fingers so it doesn't affect the other swatches. So let's do our row of shimmers. We'll go ahead and start over here, work our way to the darkest shades. Light gold, almond pearl, which is gorgeous. Love that almond pearl. I actually have that on my lids today. And then medallion. Now, medallion is the only one that is a little bit chunky, I have to admit. It is not quite as soft and pigmented as the other shimmer shades are. This appears to have some glitter in it, so how am I going to do this? Let's do it like that. Yeah, there are definitely some glitters in there, as you can see. Not ideal. We'll have to see how that one applies. I have not tried putting that on my lid quite yet, but so far that is really the only miss. And I wouldn't even, I mean, I have to use it. I can't report on that one quite yet. And this amethyst color, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So here we have light pewter, amethyst, and rose bronze. Rose bronze is going to be one that a lot of people love. And these are going in my arm hair. Sorry. So there you go. That's the next set. And then the last two are dark mocha and truffle. So there we go. And then dark mocha, truffle. Ooh, that truffle is pigmented. There are those last couple of swatches there. Sorry about my arm hair. I don't shave my arms, but you guys, oh, these are so pretty. I keep looking at them like in the mirror. These are so pretty. I love this, you guys. I absolutely think it's worth every penny. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that Lorac has not increased the price of these palettes. Now, each individual shadow it's pretty small. What is the size? So it looks like there is a total of 8.8 grams of product. So they appear to be 0.32 ounces each. So they're not even a half an ounce each, but you're getting 16 of them. And honestly, I have yet to hit pan on any of my other Lorac Pro eyeshadow palettes. So I wouldn't be too worried about like hitting pan very quickly here. But there's a good amount of product. There's an amazing variety. It's a wonderful price. You get the primer with it. I just think you can't really go wrong with this. I will say that I don't care for this rubberized packaging. I like the feel of it. It feels very nice, but it's gonna get dirty, especially since it's this light blush color here. This is gonna get dirty and it's gonna be hard to keep clean, but I'm not super picky about that, so I could care less. I think I can see why they chose this color. It definitely suits the shades that they decided to put into the palette beautifully, but yeah, it's gonna be just as messy as the other ones are. So anyway, 2 thumbs up for me, you guys. These colors are gorgeous. One more look. They're absolutely gorgeous. And they apply like a dream. If you love the other palettes and you like the color selection in here, it's the exact same formula. 2 thumbs up. Go ahead and leave me any questions down below. Again, you should be able to get this online at Ulta.com on June 12th. I will put a link to it down below. You won't be able to purchase it quite yet, but as soon as it releases, definitely check out Ulta and snag it up. I have a feeling this is going to sell out for the first couple of times that they put it out online, but you can also find it in stores on June 26th. So if you can't get your hands on it online, you will be able to find it in store. And I don't believe it's limited edition. I think it's a permanent part of their collection. So there you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned tomorrow because we're going to be reviewing another brand new eyeshadow palette. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.